All right, guys, it's a triple upload Tuesday because the team is making announcements, the team is making moves, and I'm here to report on all of it. I try to keep everybody on this channel up to date with the latest happenings with the Seahawks. So you're getting 3 videos today, at least. At least. We don't know what's going to happen later today. But anyway, few hours ago, I posted the video about bringing in Luke Wilson. So he is indeed on the practice field today. But more notable in terms of actually affecting this team will be the players who are joining him on the practice field, because we're getting some players back from injury, and going into this final preseason game, that has a chance to be very significant. Geno Smith was practicing this week. He's been cleared. He missed most of practice last week. In fact, I think he missed all of it technically. So he's fine, which is actually kind of important because if Wilson does not play against the Chargers, then you only have two quarterbacks who can play. So Geno and Mannion look like they're going to get most, maybe all of the reps against the Chargers. We'll see. Carroll's being vague about that, but we'll see. So there was some more good news as well. Brady Henderson reports Ethan Posick, which is a big one, was back at practice today. So he might get some work in against the Chargers. At the very least, the fact that he's practicing now should indicate that he'll be ready to go for week 1 against the Colts. That's kind of a big deal. Whatever little you think of Posick, I do think he is the best we have at that position right now. Travis Homer was also back at practice. He had not practiced in quite some time. He had been on the PUP since the start of camp. I don't really think there's room on the 53-man for Homer right now, but he has some undeniable talents that are valuable. He is a good blocker. He is a capable third down back. It would not surprise me if he ends up making the team over somebody who we all think is better, but may not offer the same amount of value. And also Tyler Mabry, which could kind of be a big deal for him because with Luke Wilson on the team, he may very well be fighting for his, forget 53-man spot life. He might be fighting for his practice squad life. It is possible that Mabry ends up putting on something of an audition this weekend for that practice squad spot, because I think it was his to lose until he got hurt. So we're getting some guys back. Good news here. Now we have another roster move, or a couple of them actually. The Seahawks made a trade a few hours ago, and it was such an insignificant trade that I didn't want to make a video just about it. It is very likely this guy doesn't even make our roster, but for the moment, it's possible. So we have traded for cornerback John Reid from Houston. 4th-round pick by Houston last year. He played in 13 games, started 1. He's a smaller guy. He's 5'10", 187 pounds. Not a very well-known player, not a very, significant player. Definitely somebody who might not make the 53-man. But we did give up a conditional 7th-round pick for him in 2023. So that's a few years away, and I assume it's conditional on him making the team. So if we cut him before the season starts, Houston probably gets nothing. But for the moment, he's here, and my understanding is he's going to be an outside corner, not a nickel corner. So another smaller outside cornerback for the Seahawks. So things are really not going the way that you would expect at that position based off our years of experience with Carroll cornerbacks. The corresponding roster move, by the way, was waiving Alex Tchangam, who I thought was going to be cut a couple days ago. But he's been cut now. So we are back at 80 players, bringing in John Reid, letting go of Alex Tchangam, which makes all the sense in the world. Tchangam was never going to make the 53-man and had long odds to even make the practice squad. So that makes sense. As for John Reid, like I said, he played some for Houston last year, 13 games a start, 1 pass deflection, 13 tackles. Not a whole lot here but for a 4th-round pick on a pretty awful team, in line with what you would expect. 145 total snaps as a defensive player. A lot of stuff is special teams. His college career was quite good. He played at Penn State 4 solid years. He had 1 year he missed. I think he had a major injury and missed all of 2017. but he made plays on the ball. He has 7 career interceptions. Made some plays with the ball in his hands. He got involved against the run a little bit, not a ton, but a little bit. A pretty good college football career for John Reid, actually. So nice little player. Made 26 pass breakups over a career that encompassed, I believe, 48 total games. So, yeah, okay, maybe there's something here. I looked at his measurables, and not only is he kind of small, his wingspan is also not of the Pete Carroll mold. So, either we're throwing that mold in the garbage, or there's something in John Reid that we see that we kind of like. But I will say the fact that we're making a trade for a cornerback here kind of indicates that we might not be in love with our current corners right now. It might be an indication that some of those guys are not really panning out, but it could just be a flyer on somebody who we happen to like. We'll see. So that's about it in terms of the news of the last few hours. It's mostly good. I don't think anybody's going to be missing that 7th round pick in 2023 that we may not even have to give up if he doesn't play for us. So pretty good stuff here. Obviously, we are all on pins and needles about the big bite that we're all waiting on here. The Geno Atkins dealio. And basically my understanding is that the workout went well, the medical checkup went well, everything went well, and it seems very likely that he will end up here. However, it seems like the team is not going to do it until after their final cuts. So we probably won't get official word on this for, I'd say, at least 5 or 6 days whenever we make our final cuts, because we got the game on Saturday, and then I think final cuts are by the next Tuesday. So we're looking at 5 to 6 days. We might actually get official word on the Atkins thing, which does open up his the possibility that he visits another team and signs with another team before we get him. But he's been kicking around in free agency for quite some time now. Seems unlikely to me that suddenly a team would come out of nowhere and just sign him. So that's what's going on there. That's really all I can say about the Geno Atkins stuff right now. Again, there's nothing wrong with signing Geno Atkins, don't get me wrong. I wonder if he's washed up. I wonder what he has left. But it's almost certainly going to be a very low risk, low risk sort of situation. We're not going to be giving him a ton of money or a lot of guaranteed money. It's going to be something where if he has something left, great. If not, then we can go back to what we were originally thinking. But that about sums up the news of the day. We're getting some players back, which is key before this preseason game against the Chargers, the last one. We traded for a cornerback from Houston. Seems reasonable, I guess. I mean, you can't beat free, and we basically got him for free. And we're still on Geno Atkins' watch. All right, I'll see you guys later tonight, maybe tomorrow. We'll see. Peace out, go Hawks. And the beat goes on.